Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 14th of June. So starting off looking at the economic calendar, and there's very little out today. In fact, this week is going to hinge around the Fed meeting on Wednesday evening. But at the moment it's very little today. We've got a Chinese bank holiday. We've got a Bank of England governor speaking, due to speak about an online conference at the Association of Treasurers. Don't think we'll see too much going on there at 2 o'clock. Tuesday, we've got a bit more detail. US retail sales. Maybe we may see some more focus on that, and the PPI, Producers Price Index, that is, and retail sales. Already got that one. So might see a bit more movement tomorrow regarding that, but it really comes through to the economic projections, etc. The Fed statement on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So and the press conference obviously later at 7:30. So that's where we're sitting there. Thursday, Aussie employment, again a potential mover. Swiss National Bank monetary policy on Thursday as well, for those that follow the Swissy. So Fed will be the main focus for this week, leading into Wednesday. We could see some usual old quiet moments, and then fast movements that come from these things, but we'll see how it progresses. Okay, so let's just get on the right page there. That's it. Let's have a look at the markets technically this morning. Then Friday we saw quite a big sell-off there. It's just sitting on its daily 50 here. Is it going to get a bit more of a bounce? But there's some targets above. There's the weekly pivot, there's the daily pivot. It's not done a complete double bottom, but enough for a lot of people to probably look at that now and class it and start trading it. There's no divergence. I know people will be looking across here. Well, it didn't make even a double bottom as such, so it's not diverging here, but there is a bit more strength coming in at the moment, which might well push it back to the daily and weekly pivots. At those points, it might be more interesting to me than where it's sitting at the moment. It's obviously having sold off. It's in a we've seen lower highs, lower lows running through this. It looks softish to me, but well, it could be. We've seen it so often, all change, etc. It's in a bit of a channel, and I'm just wondering. No, it's not. It's not in the channel that I'm looking at here. So it's not finding the support off any lower channel line or anything like this. It is just purely that daily 50, but maybe enough just to give it that bounce. So there's the euro. The pound also, on Friday saw a big sell-off again. We saw the sell-off, but within range. It's near enough back to its weekly pivot. The daily pivot's not far away either. So again, we got the same situation here. Hasn't quite double bottomed into today or into last week. So it's a soft move up effectively. Again, my preference would be to probably sit it out and wait and see if we get a reaction to these pivots. If they start selling off, well, then I'll go with the short side, because at the moment that's where they're looking like they're heading. Yen, well, it's been a tough nut for long periods. It's in a rather tight trading range, but it is starting to give us higher lows, higher highs through this market, but chopping all its way through it. Again, it hasn't quite made a double top in this inverted version, and again a weekly pivot and a daily pivot sitting below there. It's already on its way down there. That's whether or not, if it starts breaking this area, is just as if the euro and the pound push through to the upside beyond their daily and weekly pivots, then it's a bit of a game changer in terms for trading for me. If it just bounces off these areas, then I'll be looking for the long positions. Aussie dollar, barely need to really do too much with this. It's still sitting in this tight range. Day trading as much as it pitched through last week, a bit of a fake out in the morning there, and then a breakdown. Is it breaking down a little bit too far now, and it's going to move back in? I'm just standing away from that. Canadian dollar's changed shape here. It's as suspected. It's had this divergence across the well, there was a divergence across the lows there. It's broken through the prior highs. and is pushing back up there. Yeah, heading back maybe towards that daily 50. We'll see. It's like a lot of these markets, they're sort of switching around. It's again got a weekly pivot and a daily pivot sitting below it, not too far below the daily pivot. Lower highs coming through here. Maybe it'll roll back again. And again, reaction to these pivots would be key. Okay, that's a CAD. Side of that is just to run through. Can I look at GME and AMC for us? Sorry, I can't. I haven't got the data feed on here. I'm only really looking at Forex and the key markets. So sorry. I haven't got the feed. S&Ps. S&Ps, well, still pushing to the upside there. High lows, high highs still coming through on here. Even on Friday, it managed to get a later push back there. And where we're sitting at the moment, well, oops, yeah, there we go. 60-minute. Okay, it's already above its daily and weekly pivots. It's just not. See, I mean, just not. We're not getting a reaction. Any retracement. So a quickly bought back into, and well, that's, I think if it does pull back, there's the opportunities to buy again. It did make yet again a new high last Thursday. Actually, Friday just was a much smaller day there. Nothing much else to add on that one. Gold. Gold softened up a little bit here. It's followed the line of the currency market. Stronger dollar, weaker gold goes hand in hand. It's again got daily and weekly pivots above. I'm just looking at this. It's just not even finding any turning point at this stage. Whereas the currencies are switching around a little bit there. Put higher, looking like they're going to be putting higher lows in, although they are higher lows at the moment. Gold has continued to push off through, maybe a bit of selling, more selling to come on that, but any proper reversal, and if the other markets pick up, we see a bit of weakness in gold, weakness in the dollar, then gold may become a workable trade, or there may become a workable trade off of gold, but it does look a lot softer at the moment. Saw some good moves on oil last week. And it's really good this morning already, just continuing pushing up, making new highs. It was me a few months ago looking at this on the short side, and you can't really get away from the fact that it's in a proper upward trend at this stage. Not something I can trade at the moment. We've got the again weekly and daily pivots sitting below it, so oops, just come back there. So that may be become a draw for it at some stage. If it does sell off, they become reasonable targets, reasonable probability around those pivot levels. But at the moment, I would be looking for anything like that for to buy into. It's still pushing up there. Doesn't look like it's going to roll over, regardless of the fundamentals that may sit behind it. While the buyers are buying, we should maybe be buying. Okay, that's oil. Bitcoin, brief look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, quick look here. Bitcoin's pushed back up over the weekend. I just need to look at it on a different chart. Sorry, I can't share this on YouTube. It just doesn't pick up the feed for it. But yep, decent reversal there yesterday. Sell off on Saturday. Decent buying reversal. It's getting back to these sort of levels which I was looking at last week, this sort of 40-80 area. They're sort of becoming quite key. Again, we've got this monthly pivot sitting there above, which could become the sort of draw level, depending on how it reacts now to this daily 21. So no real gaps on the cash market. This is only a futures market here. Just a quick look through Ethereum, Ripple, all doing similar-ish. The Bitcoin itself is just up that little bit more. Okay, that's pretty much it there. Just answer those questions there. You like the dollar as long as okay. Euro CAD, what's happening there? Let's have a look. So Euro CAD, EuroCAD, I mean, it's just become it was rounding off nicely, looking like it had further downside, but seems to be well, a mess is the answer. Yes, it has got its lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, sort of sitting through this shorter time period from the second half of last week. And yes, it could roll over, but it's got to be a swing type trade. Can't day trade that the way it is. It's just too ugly. I will look at the euro yen as well. This was a trade I was talking about on Friday. This has got a nice shape in it. Lower highs coming through and looking quite soft. Only thing to watch, I mean, on Friday all I was waiting for was that, I can't show it's on an hourly, I'll bring it up in a moment, but just waiting for a breakdown from that hourly bar. I'll show you in a moment. But here we've got the weekly pivots just come down to that hourly. So all I was looking for was a breakdown of this bar here, break of the lows. Very simple trade. It retraced, bearish engulfing bar there, and it sold off. Here, well, in a moment, looking at this euro yen, actually, this is one, even that's not quite double bottomed. Okay, yep, it's put a low, a nearly equal low in there, but not quite. But it's not looking where I would like it to be this morning. So I haven't got a trade off this morning as we had on Friday, but we do have the daily and weekly pivots above. And this again, I'll just watch what happens from there. When they've put, I mean, as all of these get hit, we've got to be a bit careful because they'll put higher lows in there. And yeah, when they start putting higher lows in, well, perhaps they can follow through. I can't look at any of the GameStop charts. So you're asking me those. I don't follow stocks. I'm a forex trader. There's been a lot of pumping around there by people trying to pump it up even further and further. It's a funny old business fundamentally. I don't care what you say about it, but I wouldn't be. I can't place a proper opinion without looking at charts, and I don't have any. I don't have the feed for GameStop. Okay, I wish you all a great day. I'm off. I'll catch you all in the morning. Bye for now.